My name's Lisa. Welcome to my home. We're in my sewing room, and it is Thursday, November 7th, I think, 2024, and time is flying, as always. But I had a few things that I thought I would share with you today. Hope everybody's having fun and able to have the energy to want to create something. It's kind of been a struggle over here. I was like out of the gate after the last video, and I mean, I was cooking with gas and I was getting all kinds of stuff done. And then I worked a little bit the next week thinking, okay, I'm going to do a video after 2 weeks and I'm just going to really take care of some business here. And then I missed that date, just like last time. And so then this last week, I haven't done anything. I don't even think I've stitched in probably like 7 days, which is crazy. So anyway, I just thought, well, I'll hop on here and I'll show whatever I can. I did think I would share a few of my fall things. I think probably a couple of my favorites. And I never did get my fall stuff out, full confession. I had good expectations, and then I thought it's just a lot of work to take down in like a week or two, and so I never did it. But I haven't started my Christmas yet, but I think that's pretty much going to be my my next expectations next week, is just to try to carve out some time and try to get that done, and then try to start making stuff for Christmas. So if you've started decorating for Christmas, you'll have to tell me on Instagram or down in the comments below, and or send me pictures on Instagram and try to give me some inspiration. Okay, so as far as some of my favorite fall things, this is a Brenda Gervais piece, and it's called Grateful, Thankful, Blessed. And I normally have this with magnets onto a piece of wood, and then set up in an easel. But I couldn't reach the wood part of it. I could just reach this part. And so I need to start doing exercises with my shoulders. I don't know what's going on. It was just the right one, and now they're both acting up. And it's like, I can't scratch my back. I mean, it's just crazy. I don't even know what's going on. So it's not like I did something. I don't know. But anyway, I couldn't reach the wood part. And so I just grabbed this and thought, this is the pretty part anyway. So, but anyway, I just love this piece. I think it's going to be one of the ones I'm going to try to measure, because I would like to put it in an actual frame. I don't know. I'm kind of close to my edge, so I don't know. I would probably have to take it apart and relace it. And I don't have a ton of fabric, so I don't know. We'll see. But I love this piece. But I mean, I really totally think I could stitch this again. I really enjoyed this piece. I do wish that I had used a different thread to do my window panes, because they hardly show up at all, even when you're looking at it. Like for a second there I thought, well, maybe I didn't do it. But I did. Anyhow, but I just love this piece. I just think Brenda is a genius. So that was one of my favorites. Then I believe it was last fall, Jeanette and I had talked about working on this one together, and so this is another Brenda Gervais. And I didn't see the cover picture. I think it's bittersweet and something. It's supposed to be an orange pumpkin, but I made mine like a greenish color. So, and I changed the colors. I just used stuff that was in my stash And then on the back, I did a heart and just a bulb pin with some buttons and a bee charm. So, but yeah, this is another one of my favorites. I almost just got these two things out, but I wasn't even motivated enough to do that. Crazy. Okay, but I did come in one day and I thought, okay, let's just try to finish something so that you have something finished to show. And so I went through my stack of finished stitches, and I've had this one finished forever. It's called, I want to say it's Evermore by Plum Street. And I was really close to the edge of my linen, and so I had to shorten his tail a little bit. But anyway, so I just sewed a strip of fabric to the end and made a pillow, and then just tied some baker's twine on there. So anyway, I mean, this one has been finished for years. I mean, I want to say probably 7 years, something like that. This is one of the first things that I did when I started back. And then I had another one. This is Spell of the Moon by Blackbird Design. And I was going to try to find a frame for this, and then I just thought, oh, I'll just make a pillow. And so I had something leaning against there. Now I got a little dimple. If I wouldn't pile things so high. But anyhow, I'm toying with the idea of taking some floss and doing a giant cross stitch along the seam where the linen meets the black fabric. Toying with that idea because I feel like it needs something. I didn't really put any rickrack or anything in there, but I think if I just did a real big cross stitch, like kind of like I do on these berries, just a real big cross stitch, I think that would look cute. So anyway, so I think I'm going to put that by my stitching chair tonight, and hopefully that might inspire me to do that tonight. I also was going to do it on this seam here. This is a piece by Pinker and Pumpkin, a free chart. It normally has a date in here, 1869 or something like that, 18, I don't know, but I didn't do the date. I just love Crocs. I have them all through my house, and so I just wanted the Croc to shine. But I think this would look pretty with just some stitching on there, kind of jazz it up a little. So I did get a couple of things ready for next year. We'll see. And then as far as previous finishes, I was going through looking for these. This is from Samplers and Santas. And it is a free chart on Pinstagram. She does a bunch of pairs. And so I believe it was last year, I stitched these and was planning on making them into pairs to go on my Christmas tree, because I found some pear ornaments a few years ago at the thrift store. And so anyway, it kind of has a pear theme. So anyway, I thought I could try to make these. I watched this tutorial from Vanna last week, and it looks doable. So, but she makes everything look easy. So, but I thought, well, I'm going to try to work on that before the next video. And then when I was looking for those, I found this one. This is a little one by Blackbird. I think it's called Polk County or something like that. It says it in the stitching on the chart, but I didn't put that in there. More I thought about it, maybe I thought I could put our wedding anniversary or something on there. But I want to try to make that into a little pillow next week. So, okay, so that's my previous finishes. I did have one stitching finish this time. This is by Heartstring Sampler. Is it Heartstring Sampler or Samplers? Sampler, I think. And so I did this on a really high piece, really low count of fabric, so it's huge. So, and I have to go back and look. I'm almost positive there wasn't anything on this side, but it seems like there ought to be. So I thought, well, maybe I better look at that again and make sure that I didn't miss something. But I believe it's called Comfort and Joy, or Love and Joy. It's a PDF, so I don't have the cover page, so I'm not real sure. I think I'm just going to do a pillow, unless I go through my frames and I find something that's that will work. I think it'll just be a pillow or something. Okay, so that's pretty much finishes and whatnot. I did work a little bit more on my Red House Sampler by Brenda Keys. And I got to thinking, it's like, I have been working on this forever. And I think it's almost one of my favorite pieces I've ever done. And I was thinking to myself the other day, it's like, Lisa, because I worked on it, I don't know, for like 2 or 3 nights. And I mean, I got so much done, so much. And I thought, what is going on with you? You love this piece. It's probably your favorite. Why are you taking so long to do this? And then it kind of came to me, it's like, I'm almost sorry. I mean, I'm almost not looking forward to it being finished, even though I want it up in my house. I want it up on the wall. I think I'll be sad not to work on it anymore. So anyway, that's my rationale. But anyway, so this is my piece. I had changed it. If you haven't been here before, I decided to do a blue house. And so I think it's Blackbird by Classic Colorworks. And I'm almost positive, but there's a few videos back where I talk about all my threads that I've changed. But anyway, I got a ton done. Last time I had done I had connected my border. And so this time I was able to do this whole row of trees. And I did the deer and the bunny above it and that flower. And then I was able to go up from that to start my alphabet. And I got my alphabet done. So I only have one more. I have to do this basically again and do the flowers in the border. And I think it'll be done. So I thought, I just need to, I really need to like get going on some of these bigger things that I've been doing forever, because I mean, I enjoy them, but yet I'm almost getting sick of them. So it's like, if I don't hurry up, I don't know if I will ever completely finish them, you know? So, but while I was at the thrift store the other day, I think this frame is going to work for that piece. So, of course, I didn't have it measured, and I didn't have the piece with me. But I thought this was such a pretty frame. Now, I believe I'm going to paint it black, and I will distress it. But I think it's going to work. When I got home, I kind of, you know how you do. You lay it on the glass, and you try to fiddle with it and see if it's going to be the right size. Sorry. My bra straps won't stay up. Anyway, so now that I have the frame, I'm kind of like, okay, let's get going on it, because then you could go and buy something else that you'd be equally excited about. And so just get moving, right? Okay, so I worked a little bit more on Channing Street. Let me move my needle real quick. And so it is a piece by Annie B's, Channing Street. So I'm doing a lot of the called for colors, but I did change my house. I didn't bring my threads in with me. It's more of a pink house than it is on the chart. It's more of a reddish color, but I decided to do pink. And so very, very little progress, but I just filled in some more of the house. I think I had just basically done the outline and maybe around a window or two, but I decided to work a little bit on that. So that's Channing Street. Trying to stay organized. I've been trying to make myself clean up every time I come in here. I worked one day and I got rid of all the piles of fabric that I had on my cutting table. And so now whenever I come in here, I've been trying to make myself put things away. And so anyway. Okay, so I put a little bit more on A Shepherd's Song by Plum Street. And again, this is another one I've been working on forever. And so last time I had done half of the roof. So I was able to finish the rest of the roof and put the chimneys in. And it was funny, I got confused on what symbol I was using. I don't know, I think I was working on it and then I put it down and went and got something to drink and came back, and then I started stitching the entirely wrong symbol. And so then when I went to do my next color, I'm like, well, why isn't any of this matching up? So anyway, so then I decided to just fudge my way through the rest, and so it turned out, I think it looks the same. So now I can go in and fill in this other 2 windows and then finish off the house. So, but I'm liking the way that one's turning out. I kind of was so bummed out about the house being the wrong shades that I was kind of bummed out about it. But then once I did the roof, once I did that, that kind of cheered me up a little bit. So okay, and then I worked a little bit on the Woolen Flax by Plum Street. If you haven't noticed, I love Plum Street. And so I was able to finish this sheep with it, that put the head on there, and I did this sheep, filled in some more of the flowers, and then did the fence. So it's coming along. All I have to do now is just this, the barn and the clouds and some more sheep up at the top. So moving along on that one. I just heard Larry sneeze out there. It's funny. Okay, so I started to, or I put some more work in Seasons of the Heart Winter. It's the last one I need to finish, and I'm doing them all on the same piece of fabric, so I was able to get the summer one done and then the fall or autumn. And so last time I finished this one and put the vines in the snow, and so this time I put the leaves in, and the trees up at the top. So it was funny. I was, and I probably don't even have to mention this, but I think it's just funny how sometimes you just start watching programs and you start getting silly. And so this is the size of what the tree is supposed to be, but I did an extra tier on 4 of them. And then when I got up to the the top, I did that one correct. And then I'm like, well, why doesn't this look like the other ones? And then I realized, but I'd already done 4 of them. And I'm like, this is a pillow. I'm not taking that out. So I just went ahead and finished the trees the way they're supposed to be. Or the leaves, I mean. And then I just did the trees. And if it looks silly at the end, I'll just add on to my vine at the other side. Or maybe I already did. I think I don't know. But anyway. But I'm liking the way it's turning out. I have to go in and do the berries down at this bottom one. And then I have to figure out what I'm going to do for my house color. Hi, Sarah. What you doing? So, but I thought, well, I need to get busy on that so that I can have that ready to put out. And then maybe I'd get a little bit more excited about decorating for Christmas. Okay, so that's pretty much what I've worked on. I should have ironed this one. Now this is one of my whips. It is Abbey Rose Designs Yuletide on Thistle Hill. Such a pretty stitch. I love it. But somehow, and you won't be surprised if you've been here before, but somehow I have completely lost track of what threads I was using in this. I have some in the bag, but they don't match up with the ones that I've done already. They're very close, but they're not the right shade, as I know because I've stitched these silly gold flowers or thistle or whatever they're supposed to be. I've tried stitching them over here like 4 times and it's not the right color. So this has been in timeout for a while because I was just kind of ticked off. And of course I'm not doing the called for colors. If that I did, gosh, that would be so easy. Just go buy another skein or look for it and know. But no, I don't roll that way. I usually use a color from my stash and then use it on another project or something and then not know what it is. And I even started out pretty good with putting numbers on here, but then I couldn't find that paper until the other day. So I'm going to go and check that out and see if I can get the right colors, because I'm anxious to work on that. I think it's a really pretty piece. So, and it was going pretty quick. There's not a whole lot more to do. So I got to get busy and do some investigating. Okay, so that's pretty much all I had to share with you. I hope you enjoyed your visit. I did have a couple of things that were new creations from the last time that are on my Instagram sale. And so I thought I might share that with you real quick before we go. So I made this one. It's just okay, so this is one of my little creations. I did a pincushion and then I did some little strawberries. I put some lace around a little pincushion. Put some DMC on there. So that's that one. And then I did this one. It was funny, I was at the thrift store and I was trying to get to the new cart because they bring out the new stuff that, you know, people haven't seen so far. They bring them out on these really big carts and then they have volunteers that, you know, put stuff away. And I saw this cup and I was trying to get there, but honest to Pete, I've just decided I am not going to be one of those crazy people that push people to get to the cart. I'm like, no, I'm just not going to be that person. And so another lady got to it before me because I was, you know, being courteous. Anyway, so I was kind of bummed, and I thought, oh, fart. So then I was looking around, and I didn't see anything else on the cart. So I just walked away and was looking around. But in the corner of my eye, I was kind of watching her, because people will grab tons of stuff, but then once they look at it, then they put it back. So in the corner of my eye, I was kind of watching to see if she went back. And she did, so I got it. So I just made a little pin cushion, and I kind of have it down in there a little bit further, because there's a little design inside there. But then I just made a few more strawberries, and it's the same old deal. I did a spool and another little piece of lace on a clothespin. But so anyway, that's on the sale. I kind of I had been doing my sales on Saturday at noon, but then I was having to spend the whole weekend weighing things, packaging things, getting PayPal invoices out and stuff like that. And I just wanted to be able to, you know, work on projects or just relax on the weekends. So I thought, well, I'm going to start doing them during the week. And so I was going to do it on Monday, and I couldn't get my act together. So I finally did it on Tuesday. And but I don't know if Tuesday was that, but it was election day, so maybe, you know, people were distracted, or maybe that's why they were on there, to get distracted. I don't know. But anyway, so I did sell some things, but there's quite a few things left up there. So if anybody's curious, I'm Lisa Abby 9137 on Instagram if you want to look and see. And you basically just have to say in the comments, "Me, please." And if nobody else has said that, then the first come, first serve. So, and then I send out an invoice with PayPal. So anyway, that pretty much sums it up. I have lots of ideas of things I want to try to work on. We'll see if I get excited and get it all done. We'll see. I'm trying to work on decluttering my house. I've been watching a bunch of people on Instagram, how they talk about decluttering and things and different ways that they declutter. And some people have been saying, instead of spending, you know, like a whole afternoon and pulling everything out, her concept is just try to always be in a state of decluttering. So even if you're putting your silverware away in the drawer and you come across something that is in there that you don't need or whatever, she said just pull it out then. Or if you're putting glasses away and you run across some that you don't like or whatever, she's like, you know, then just get rid of it then. And so I'm trying to have that mindset as I go around my sewing room and my house, because that's one thing I just can't seem to get a handle on. I love to do decorating and vignettes and stuff, but then I'm just a piler. And if I don't want to put something away, I just pile it in the room that I'm taking it to, but then never get around to finishing the task of putting it away. So I'm trying to be #mature. We'll see if that happens. I've had like 2 shirts that I was supposed to sew buttons on for Larry. And I mean, it was just a shirt that started out at the thrift store anyway. So, you know, but instead of sewing the buttons on, I just bought him a couple more $3 shirts at the thrift store. And they've just been hanging here. And I thought maybe I should cut the buttons off, you know. And anyway, they're still hanging there. And every time I look over there, I see them and think, I haven't dealt with that in like a month. So ask me in the comments, have I done anything with the shirts? Then I'll read the comment and think, what are they talking about? What shirts? Anyway, well, thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed your visit. And like I said earlier, if you are working on something, you know, send me pictures. I love to see what you're working on. And anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. weekend's here again. We only have one more day, so anyway, hope you guys have fun, and thanks for dropping by. Thanks for your comments. They always make me smile, and we'll see you next time. Bye.